In this next part, I'm going to go ahead and add a neck and the head. So again, I'm going to switch over to face mode, and I think I'll go ahead and start from this face right here. You could start from this face as well. Um, if you wanted a real challenge, you could go ahead and select both of these and go ahead and extrude. But I think for this one, I'm going to go ahead and start with this top one here. So again, I could go ahead and start extruding, rotating, scaling, grabbing, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use the control key and use the control left click method. So I'm going to control left click and do a couple extrusions, about 3 or 4. There we go, that looks about right. Okay, so now there's the basic neck, and I still need to do some tweaks on it, but that's the basic neck. I'm now going to rotate this around, grab it, and now I'm going to start modeling the head. So if you think about the basic head for almost most creatures, the head gets bigger to accommodate the jaw. So I'm going to go ahead and do another extrusion, and then I'm going to start to scale it outward to make the jaw. Another extrusion for the skull. One more extrusion. I'm going to start scaling inward, and then I think I'll go ahead and do one final extrusion for the head and scale it down for the front of the nose and mouth area. Okay, and so I think that's enough geometry. The shape needs a little smoothing and tweaking, but that's basically it. Okay, so a couple of little tips and tricks here. I'm going to do Control Tab, and I'm going to switch into Edge mode. And I want to tweak some of the shapes a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Shift right click and select these edge loops. And you can do Shift right click and select all 4, or how many ever you have. But a better way of doing that is to, if you hold down on your keyboard, if you hold down Option and you right click the edge, it will select the entire loop. And that is so much nicer. Okay. I'm just switching back to vertex mode so I can grab, and I'm making sure that I'm selecting both. There we go. Yep, grabbing and moving. And so I'm going to go ahead now and just do some tweaks here just to, again, round out and make the dinosaur's head much more natural. I'm not going to have you watch me do all of this, but it's just very repetitive. It's just box selecting some geometry, grabbing it, scaling it, rotating it if necessary, and just constantly looking at it, analyzing it. I think the head is a little bit big, so I'm going to go ahead and box select it, scale it down a bit, bring it back. You can box select strange areas, so you can box select and then you can box select again and box select again, and that will then allow you to keep adding to the selection. So that's just one quick, easy way. Okay, so everything's looking pretty good. Maybe rotate his head downward a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so that's not looking too bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do something to his backs of his feet. Go ahead and scale those a little bit. And then what I'll go ahead and do is in the next video, the next part, I'll go ahead and start adding in, do some modeling steps that are going to add in some more character. We'll add in some more geometry, and that will then go ahead and allow us to add in some more character to this little guy. I'll see you in the next video.